Hello everyone, I'm your host Jonathan, and on today's episode of Campaign Connection, we are diving straight into finding your moment with the newest launch of our fragrance collection, Moments. Now this features 3 beautiful fragrances along with their body washes. The first one we're going to get into is Daydreamer. This is going to have you daydreaming on what it's going to smell like. The next one we have is Remember That Night. This one is unforgettable. Definitely remember this one. And of course, last but not least, we have Out on a Limb, because this one is going to go out on a limb for you when you need her the most. Now, along with going into these fragrances, we're also going to learn how to get these into the hands of your customers, how to approach these, where to start, and some of my really fun, cool tips that I like to use anytime I talk about a fragrance. We're going to get into that along with some business updates. So the first one on our list is Daydreamer. Now let's experience this fragrance first and foremost. Ooh, I already smell it. But before we begin, before we even go there, do you notice what I did? I sprayed and then I caught. The reason why I did that is, have you ever showed a fragrance to someone, sprayed it like this, and smelled it right away when you saw it was very wet? And then they went, oh, whoa, that's very strong. You're going to get that with the lightest fragrance also, regardless of what you show the person, because you didn't allow the fragrance to breathe. So I'm allowing the fragrance to breathe, and then I'm capturing the fragrance. You can do that with the blotter. You can do that with your wrist. You can do that with your clothes. I always recommend that, just so you can have the fragrance breathe, give it some life. Now let's talk about the scent. The first thing I'm getting is quince. You're like, Jonathan, what is quince? It is a citrus from the citrus family. It's nice, lively, vivacious. What lingers in the nose is now that dewy iris. That's where you get that floral, clean scent. And then you get nice cedar wood and a soft musk. In short, this fragrance is your fruity floral. It has those fruity notes, it has those floral notes into this fragrance. I'm daydreaming now. I'm sorry, my friends. It smells so good. So this one, beautiful, beautiful. Now, the next one we have on our list is Remember That Night. Let's see if we can remember. Ooh, here she is. Again, I sprayed and then I caught. And this fragrance here, definitely a different style of fragrance from the next one. Now this one, the first thing you're going to get is sparkling grapefruit. It's attractive, it's alluring, it's bright, and then you have a nice jasmine. I don't know if you guys have smelled jasmine before, but it's such a clean flower and it smells so nice. I can smell it all day long. And then what sits in the nose is a beautiful amber. Now, amber is very warm, it's cozy, and when you mix that with a jasmine and that grapefruit, you just get this nice, sexy, seductive fragrance. It's alluring, it's warm and comforting. Definitely remembering that night. Anytime you spray this in the evening, maybe even in the morning, I don't know, but definitely remembering that night. That's one for the books, my friends. The next one is Out on a Limb. Let's check the fragrance out. By now, you guys know how to spray, right? It's the first impression that anyone's going to get of the fragrance, is that first initial experience. You want it to be a good one. Set it up for success. Get a home run. Spray, catch. If you don't have blotters, use the wrist. Okay, so again, these 3 fragrances are so dynamic, so different. This one here, spicy cardamom in the top note. And then you have this nice honeyed mimosa. Now, mimosa is a flower that adds lightness and sweetness. It's delicate, it's dainty. And then you have a nice vanilla on the base note that's just warm and inviting and alluring. This one here is an amber floral, and you definitely get that warm note, and that mimosa cuts right through. So wonderful fragrances here. Now, the next part, I want you to experience these fragrances, because I feel like I'm only experiencing these fragrances and you're getting the short end of the stick because you're just hearing me. Get these fragrances, experience them for yourselves. Now, if you want to know how to share these fragrances, let me show you how to do that. The first thing, the easiest thing to do, is have the fragrances with you. That's the best thing to do. You have to experience it. It's almost like riding a roller coaster. You can tell someone about it, but until they get onto that ride, it's a completely different experience. Now, I also have on hand, if I don't have uh, my fragrances with me everywhere I go, because they look good on the nightstand. Sometimes they could be a lot in your purse or your bag. Bring some blotters. You can get these blotters, put them in Ziploc bags after you spray them, let them settle in there, and the rest is history. Now, um, those are always handy because when you wear one of these fragrances, someone's going to stop you and someone's going to ask you, "Oh my gosh, what is that? What is that smell? What is that fragrance? What am I experiencing?" And then you have the blotters to show them, or you have the full sizes. So just always have them handy. Another tip that I want to share is I always try to see my fragrances almost as outfits, right? Statement pieces that are walking down the runway. When you look at an outfit while shopping with a friend, one of two things happen. One, you're like, "Oh my gosh, that outfit, I need it for me instantly." It's love at first sight. The other thing happens where maybe you're like, "Oh, you know what? My friend would look amazing in that." Why do we say that? We say something to the effect of, "Oh, you'd look stunning, you'd look great," right? We recognize that it may not be for me, but objectively, you can appreciate it. And in order to sell any fragrance, regardless of if you love it or maybe it's not for you, you wouldn't wear it, you have to view it objectively. Now, maybe this works like any other product, right? It may or may not be a fit for you, whichever one you're experiencing at the time, but it doesn't mean it's not for someone else. So I always come there with an objective look. I experience the fragrance. Again, maybe it's just like that outfit that I just need to have. Or maybe it's, "Oh, you know what? I appreciate for what it is. And maybe it's going to look good, smell good. Maybe it's going to give someone else that wow factor that the other fragrance did for me," right? So I always come in with that in mind. Um, Fragrances are always like clothing, and also in the way that sometimes we have a favorite fit, right? But we don't always wear that favorite outfit every single day. You kind of change it up, spice it up a little bit. Same goes with fragrances. Something can be said about getting out of your comfort zone and trying different things, whether it's an outfit or whether it's a fragrance. It will do something to your mood. It will do something into the way that you get up in the morning and start your day. Fragrances are powerful for that reason, and it can change things for you. So wonderful experience, and I don't want anyone to limit their experience, right? You wouldn't want anyone to limit their experience. So experiment, have fun, try something different that you wouldn't try. And my last tip with fragrances is make them last longer by partnering them with the ancillary products. When you layer fragrances, they tend to last longer on the body. The body wash is a perfect addition to this. And anytime I'm speaking about a fragrance, and if there's anything involved with it, I'm instantly talking about a set. I'm gonna do that together, and I'm not gonna talk about them separately, because I want to go into the conversation assuming that, hey, I'm going to show you the complete set, and then you tell me what you want. Maybe you want both, beautiful. Maybe you just want the fragrance, beautiful. But I have to show you both because you deserve that much, right? So that's my last tip. Add those ancillaries, talk about those because it's such a powerful way to get the most out of that experience for that fragrance. Now, with that, I know you're probably wondering, I want mine too. I dropped the links in the description below. Maybe you found a moment, maybe two, or maybe three, who knows? But you need to add these to your collection. I added the links down below. Now, on to our bi-weekly reminders for everyone here. Okay, so the first thing I want to keep on the top of your minds is the Organist Rice Water Challenge incentive. This started 2 weeks ago, so it's not too late to join, and it features the Organist Rice Water Collection. Now, for more information on this, you guys know where to go. Visit that incentives hub on avon.com or avon.ca. And if you need a reminder or a refresher on the Organist collection, catch last campaign's Campaign Connection and make sure to have those product snapshots saved onto your phone. You can screenshot these from the description page under the products. Now, the next one I want to keep on your list is Go Far Costa Rica. It's going to get here before you know it, so I want to keep you on track for this. For more details on this, visit the Incentives Hub as well. to learn how you can earn yourself a trip to Costa Rica. And my friends, that is all I have. Thank you for tuning in, finding your moment, and joining us in all of the amazing fun. Lastly, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend. I'll catch you guys on the next Camping Connection. Bye.